Welcome back to the show. As Nigerians struggle with economic recession, high inflation rate and unemployment, the media in the last few months have been filled with reports of various crimes across the country. Lagos in particular seems to have recorded the highest number of these crimes, which range from kidnapping to ritual killings and even selling of human organs. The surge in these crimes is so alarming. In fact, nothing less than 20 cases of ritual killings and kidnappings have been reported in Lagos State in the last 2 months. Some of the areas that have been in the news lately are Ikorodu, where a criminal group known as Bado has been terrorizing the area. Then we have Badagry, Yaba, Ikeja and Ijaye. Last week in Yaba, police said a 4-year-old girl was murdered close to a shrine by unknown persons. She had been reported missing before she turned out to be dead. Take a listen to the Commissioner of Police Fatai Owoshen give details on the incident.
It was in the course of the search that they saw that 4-year-old child just behind their window by a shrine which they used to worship Ogun, and her throat had been slashed. I was at the scene of the incident till about 4 a.m. this morning with detectives. We have recovered the corpse of that little girl. We've seen the murdered knife, that is the tool with which that child was killed. At the moment, before we left Sabo Police Division this morning, we are taking about 10 persons into custody for interrogation. We are not saying categorically that they killed the child, but those 10 persons, including the parents of the child, are being questioned at the moment.
Investigations are still ongoing in the case of the Bado killing in Ikorodu 2 weeks ago. Police also gave an update on that issue. Take a listen.
The C&S Church, that is the Cherubim and Seraphim Church, Orioke, in the Irapada area of Agbowa, on the 5th of August, to a situation where a female worshipper had woken up and shouted that she noticed a fellow who had worshipped with them on a night vigil the previous night, using the tool that has always been suspected to be the tool being used by the serial killers operating around the Ikorodu, using it on her head. And of course, other followers other worshippers in the church, including the parents of the church, raised alarm, which led to the divisional police officer in Ipakodo to quickly rush to the scene. And in the process, a suspect named Ahmed Adeleke was arrested. In the course of interrogation, he has denied. We don't expect him to accept, but we have relied on the evidence of the victim who saw and who identified positively. And immediate search of the area also led to the recovery of a white garment belonging to this suspect, which is stained with blood, which we are analyzing scientifically. Also found in his possession were 3 types of handkerchief. One is white, one is red, and one is blue. The grinding stone with which he had hit the girl on the head was also recovered.
Is there a relationship between the economic situation of the country and these ritual killings? How can security be guaranteed within the neighborhoods in an overpopulated city like Lagos? Joining me to discuss this issue is a public affairs analyst, Yinka Ola Daniels. Thank you very much for joining us. First of all, I have to start by asking, what do you think of the surge in Lagos, especially killings, ritual killings that have been reported in the media lately?
Well, I would say it's sad and it's appalling. And for us to get to this point in time, it is overbearing. If you look at it between 2012 and 2016, it's really been bad, you know. Now, it started with robbery, with armed robbery. Then I think they graduated from robbery to kidnapping because probably they discovered that they arrest, you get more people being arrested as armed robbery. There's a shootout and all that. But for kidnapping, fine, you get your ransom with less arrest, sort of. You hide somewhere and you still get money and you still perpetrate evil, as in the criminals, then you still get money and nobody, you're not being arrested. But it's sad if we look at 2012 to 2016, because most of these issues we are talking about, even in Lagos particularly, are not just one day incident. This did not just, this is not, it didn't just start today or yesterday. So what are the security agencies have been doing? If one of their duties is to protect, properties and lives, and also to make sure that there is peace and order in the state and in the country as a whole. And yet, criminality, evil, wickedness being perpetrated everywhere. Yeah. And I mean, we don't get to even hear maybe until after so many years. Like I said, 2012, 2016, that is 4 years. As of 2017, we all know what is happening. It is rampant, it is terrible, it is sad,
so
it's
in your
everywhere.
Opinion, Nigerians have not had it this bad in terms of
we've not had
type of killings?
We've not had it this bad. It is sad. Yes, Lagos, particularly Lagos, because it's everywhere. But if we're going to say Lagos, don't forget, we want to make Lagos a mega city. Yes, welcome idea. We want it to be, we want Lagos to go beyond what we know Lagos to be. But what has happened to Lagos?
Speaking of Lagos, you as a resident here in Lagos, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're scared to come out? Are you scared of driving on the roads thinking anything can happen, especially in terms of kidnapping?
Who is safe in Lagos? The question is, who is safe in Lagos? As in Lagos of 2017, who is safe? Who is going to drive? In fact, I have a friend, a senior friend. She says, I don't go out anymore. From my office to my house, that means
anything can happen.
From 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, she doesn't step out of her house. Everybody's afraid. You can't go anywhere. The Lagos I used to know was the Lagos that we all stay outside our house when there's no light. We gist, we talk, we are there till any time. Even some people you find out, oh, till next morning, do you remember, oh, I was outside yesterday.
But sadly, lately that's not the case.
Today's Lagos is not the situation we have here. Nobody is, in fact, you can't even release your kids anywhere. You can't take them out for a picnic or whatsoever. You don't know what will happen to them. You can't be on the road at odd hours. You can't anything outside 7. You want to lock yourself up. You find everywhere looking like prison because everybody is locking their gates because they don't know what will happen. It is sad that this is the Lagos they have given us. What has happened to the #1 security officer of the state? What has he done? The security officer, the police, all the security agencies, what are they doing? You see, it's alarming that even most of this, the secrets that are being opened are being done by some of these OPC and they're about all these private vigilantes and all that. So what are we paying Nigerian securities for?
But what do you think has given these type of crimes life? What do you think is making them come to life recently?
Thank you. We know, you see, people will say, oh, the economy is bad. Yes, we agree. The economy is bad. But then, there were times that the economy was also bad. This is not the first time in this country that the economy will be bad. This is not the first time. It happened during Babangida time, the SAP and whatever. It happened. It wasn't this bad at that time. So if you say, oh yeah, there's no money, poverty. Yes, there's poverty everywhere. Yes, in fact, an average Nigerian live below $1. It's sad per day. So we know it is bad. But then, the people that are still being patient, that are still doing everything they can do, they still work. Are they not human beings? The people that still get the little they can get to feed their family, are they not human beings? Why are we so being impatient? Why are we so greedy? Why are we so wicked? People will call it, yes, greed. I'll call it wickedness. It's not just about greed. It's not about poverty. It's sheer wickedness. Okay, we talk about people that are poor, people that are hungry. What about a case? There's in fact was a retired custom officer that was looking for a child. Went to some of these spiritualists to seek an assistant to get a child. After spending 9 million naira with no result, what happened in the end? She was killed.
I think I remember that.
You remember the story?
Yes,
she was still killed. So what do you call that? Poverty? Someone's collected 9 million and is still killed.
You don't think that the ritual killings can be associated with the economic situation here in Nigeria?
Well, to an extent, we can write it out. We can say it's not a glimpse of it. We can say it is not a part of it. But then, we can, if we are relying solely on economics to perpetrate evil, we are just being primitive. We are not being sincere to ourselves. Very uncivilized set of people with passion, primitive. Seriously, because you can't tell me, yeah, economic is bad. We know. It happens everywhere in the world. Then, when did we get to this point? The Nigerians, we know. The Lagos, we know. When did we get to this point? It has been bad at a point in time. So, yes, I would say there's poverty in the land. Yes, economy is not moving. People don't even know how they're going to live the next day. They don't even, in fact, maybe to even eat once in a day, some people can't even afford it. Yes, we have such. But then, this is a nation. This is a state where our moral value has been put to test and we had failed. There was a time, even when those things were happening, our moral value could not make us do such. Even when you see somebody's money hanging there, you still call the owner. That is your money. Or you pick and you give it to the owner. But today, what has happened? The same thing, the same economic issues happening. But then, where is our moral value? It's been put to test. And the truth is, we have failed woefully.
This is something that must be addressed as soon as possible. What do you think the government and security agencies can do to curb these type of killings so we don't witness them daily like we have?
If we are serious and we are sincere with ourselves, this will be called. There's a appropriation bill that was signed. It's death sentence for any kidnapper that maybe his victim died in the process, whether in the process of capturing his victim or in his own custody. Our law, the Lagos law, says you go through death penalty. When was it passed? When did Evans, when was the appropriation bill passed? And between that time and this time, things had gone it has gone worse. Bad. It has gone bad. It has gone terrible. So what are we saying in essence? I started by saying if we are serious, if we are sincere, if we know what we are doing, all these people killing and selling parts of human beings, they are not the one using them. In fact, I read one, he said it was paid 4,000 naira.
Wow.
To kill and get parts. 4,000 naira. They saw fresh heads with him. It was paid 4,000 naira. So, but who is going to use it? There's somebody somewhere. I'm not going to mention names so that we don't say, oh yeah, they are calling politician names or they are calling some people names and all that. But there are some people somewhere that are using those people. There are some people somewhere that they are asking for those parts. I was in court someday, and some suspects were brought into the court, and with some Ghana must go bag, and guess what? Where the evidence, the exhibits that was brought in with them, a Ghana must go was full of money, while the other one was full of human parts. And these boys, in fact, one was 23, one was 18. They were riding Range Rover Sport. Now, those boys were in court. And somehow you find out that the so-called Godfather, the people that are using them, will sit back and they will like, okay, fine, watch. And the next thing, somehow they find their way to get them out. And that is what has been happening. This is not the first time Evans has been arrested. He was arrested sometimes back then, but what happened? He came out. They always have people that send them this work. And when the chips are down, when they are being caught, they are the same people. These people are in the government. These people are everywhere. So when it happens, they go. So tell me, they have their informant, even among the so-called security agency. So they are working tirelessly to make sure that they don't face the law, because the next thing, tomorrow you hear, oh, we can't find them. Oh, they are released, or they go to court, and the charges, probably the so-called prosecutor, it goes to court, and you see the so-called charges against them, and you find out that is a watery. And in the end, and the lawyer from the other side comes, well, there's no charges against my client, my lord, sorry, discharge my client, and the next thing is free. Why? Because they want to destroy maybe the evidence they have or whatever. That's the reason why I said, if we are serious, we are sincere, we will get them. The police know how to do this thing. They know where these people are. They know where to go, and they know when to find them. Some did that, and they got Evan. They can do the same thing if we are serious. And not just getting them. After catching them, do you prosecute? Do you really work and make sure that you do the right thing, and you face the prosecution to the letter, and not just doing a shabby one, and in the end they still get their freedom in the end, and some people just suffer for nothing, and people die for nothing. So if we are serious as a government, if we are serious as a security agency, as people, we will get them.
Let's just hope that that happens as soon as possible.
We are hopeful.
Thank you, Mr. Aladadels, for coming on the program.
Thank you.
That's all we have on DEJI360. You can watch us on our website. The address is tv360nigeria.com. Or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. The address is youtube.com/TV360 Nigeria for more videos and updates. Join us on Google Plus at TV360 Nigeria, or just like us on Facebook. The address is facebook.com/TV360 online, or do also follow us on Twitter at TV360 Nigeria. Thank you very much for watching. I am Thelma Okoro.